Parenting is a challenge, especially when dealing with behavioral issues or special needs. We've been there. Download the Been There Life Coaching app and talk to someone who's been in your shoes. A sponsor of Positive Pahrump.
While Halloween is an amazingly fun event, and according to this reporter is the best holiday of the year, it can still be dangerous for kids. According to the Journal of the American Medical Association, the risk of pedestrian fatalities is 43% higher on Halloween than any other night of the year. The study also stated that children between the ages of 4 and 8 are 10 times more likely to be involved in a vehicle versus pedestrian accident on Halloween than any other evening. In order to help ensure a safe night of hunting for candy with your kids, here's some safety advice provided to us by the American Red Cross. Let's start with drivers on the road. When driving on Halloween, you should anticipate there being more children out and about, so try to drive slowly. Children are rather excited as they hunt for those full-size candy bars, so maintain a low speed to avoid any accidents. Residential areas that participate in trick-or-treating are the ones most jam-packed with kids in costumes. A safe way as well to avoid any accidents is to steer clear of these areas between the hours of 6 to 9 p.m. Turn on those headlights. There are various different kinds of Halloween costumes, but there's no debate that a large portion of them are dark in color or even pitch black, which makes it hard to see those kids at night. Switch on those headlights earlier than usual, preferably at dusk or even slightly earlier, to make sure that you can see the children roaming about. Be patient at stop signs. Allow extra time at stop signs this Halloween night. Kids and their family and/or friends will be traveling at the least in groups of 2 to 3. With many people trick-or-treating, that'll be a large amount of people trying to cross the street from time to time. So at a stop sign, don't rush and be patient. Double check your surroundings before moving because you'll never know if a kid's excitement will get the better of them. Finally, for drivers, stay focused. Limit the amount of distractions that you can control this Halloween night. Adhere to the speed limits, especially in neighborhoods, as that's where most of the trick-or-treating will happen. Remember, pedestrian safety is just as important as driver safety. Now that we discussed safety tips for drivers, let's give out the safety tips for those participating in the festivities, the trick-or-treaters. When trick-or-treating, while we here at News 25 understand the excitement to show off that cool costume and rush to the next house in hopes for more goodies, it's important that you ease your pace. Walk and don't run. Having a slow and steady pace allows for drivers to notice you more often, reducing the risk of an unfavorable tragedy. When crossing the street, do so safely. Use crosswalks and stop signs to cross the street in a safe manner. Drivers are more likely to expect travelers moving across the street from areas such as those. So to reduce the surprise for drivers, use those crosswalks and use those stop sign areas to move safely. Another tip is to use sidewalks. Even though we here in Pahrump aren't exactly bountiful when it comes to sidewalks, use sidewalks when available to remain safe. Otherwise, walk on the left side of the road where you can see oncoming traffic. That way you can remain vigilant of the road. Speaking of vigilance, you can help drivers by being more noticeable on the road. Use reflective strips, glow sticks, or flashlights to make those dark and spooky outfits more visible to drivers in the evening hours. Finally, just like with drivers, limit distractions when you're out trick-or-treating, especially for those supervising children. Try to minimize phone usage when supervising, that way you can give your attention to the excited children bouncing from house to house. Remember, the most important thing is to stay safe during Halloween, so let's keep accidents from happening this holiday.